Hi everyone, Joanne here. I'm about to start painting a portrait of the goddess Morrigan, who's a Celtic goddess of war, who's sometimes depicted as with a crow or as a crow. She's apparently a shapeshifter, so she can change her appearance from crow to woman. So I've made this background using lots of layers. And I'm going to make a moon here and her head here and a crow in front of the moon. So I'm going to put this video on fast forward and for a while and do some work, and then I'll stop and talk about what I've done. Okay, speak to you soon, bye. I'm just using my China marker here to mark an oval shape of the face. I use the China marker because it writes on any surface, and the white one because it's good for drawing on black backgrounds. Just blocking in some white to put the features into the face. And now drawing the chin and neck area. And adding guidelines for my eyes, nose and mouth. Drawing the front of the face area. Marking on the side parts there, making a little dip for the eye and on the right hand side with 3/4 faces. The face dips in around the eye area for the eye socket. Marked in my nose area, which is too central. It should really have come out a bit to form a sort of more pointy nose, because it looks very snub because I didn't move it out far enough. Looks a bit better now, but not as far out as it should be, I don't think. But she could have quite a snub nose. It's all things are possible. Just drawing in the eyes, marking them in pencil. These are all just guidelines. Just readjusting my side marks there, because if the face is upturned, then the ear and chin area go downwards. Not the chin, sorry, the side of the jaw. The jaw and the ear face downwards if the face itself is turned upwards. Just using shading grey acrylic from Golden, which is a high flow acrylic, and it's really good for shading and putting in and inking areas. So you can do shading with it as well as drawing out lines. It's good for underpainting, as you can put the shadows in that you need and then go over them and then tint the shadows with a colour. Just adding the hairline there, covering up some of the white I put in earlier. Now I'm using water-soluble crayon by Caran d'Ache. They're called Neo Colour 2s, and they're really nice for a bottom layer. Mainly because they help the acrylics blend more. They have some kind of, not a binder, but a solvent maybe, that helps acrylic paint dissolve and move in water. That's what I find anyway. And I have added some Neo colours to acrylics in the past, and it's made it into more of an ink than an acrylic paint, so I do think it has some kind of solvent effect. I'm just adding in my shading now, and I'll just let the music play whilst I'm doing this. I'm just using a compass here to draw in the moon and adding some white with a little bit of yellow to give it a bit of a warm look. And I'm going to draw a Gothic arch, a Gothic structure in this corner here. And because I thought Gothic would go well with the goddess Morrigan, who's a Celtic goddess of war. Quite dark. So just marking in all the points for where the structure has to join together and then painting them in black. Put this on fast forward now, a bit more fast forward and with some music. Just putting another layer of white on the moon to blend in the sort of geographical features that I suggested really with grey. I'm now giving her an earring. I'm just blocking it in white, and it's going to be a silver earring with a green and pink stone. Adding a few more. Now I'm adding the symbol for Morrigan onto her forehead, sort of in the place where I guess a bindi would go. And the full symbol for Morrigan includes 3 crows, but I don't have space to draw those, so I'm just doing the basic triangle with swirls. Slightly off camera here, sorry about that. Yeah, so the symbol, I'm just painting it in a sort of a mid-brown. I didn't want it to be too black, I didn't want it to stand out too much, I wanted it to be slightly subtle. So, yeah. So now I'm going to draw my crow, which I've never drawn a crow before, so this was very trial and error. I did use a reference photo. Because obviously I don't have a crow in front of me in flight that I can use. So just blocking it in black. I'm trying to get a sense of movement in the wing feathers. So I'm going to sort of accentuate their upwards and forwards curve to give a sense of movement. Drawing in the claws which hang downwards. Now I'm just filling in some more details on the earrings, trying to mimic the reflectiveness of silver, which is quite hard and I've never done it before. It's just a matter of using a mixture of white, grey and black. Adding the green parts of my gemstone, using a dark green and a light green. Oops, bit off camera there. Just filling in some more black, adding another layer of black to the crow, which didn't come out too badly, I don't think. It doesn't have a lot of detail in it, so it looks quite graphic, more like a silhouette. although the back wing will be grey with a few more details in. Just so it's distinguishable from the one in the front. Adding the pink part of the gem using a magenta, a very translucent magenta, and I think that's a violet colour by Golden. Trying to get that silver effect a bit more, which is really hard. I need to practice. It's really hard to paint iridescence. But it is possible, so I'll keep trying. Adding more colour and depth to the gem. She's nearly finished now, so it's been quite an experience painting her, especially as I haven't really painted 3/4 places that much, so it's been good practicing. And also painting the crow was really interesting, because I've never done that before. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching me paint, and I'll try to put a few more details up on my blog at floam.co.uk. So thanks, and hope you've enjoyed it. Maybe you've been inspired to paint a goddess of your own, and I'll see you next time. Just inking the edges of the page with some Ranger, Tim Holtz Ranger ink.